I just want to tell you that the purpose of this session is to provide opportunities for those of you attending the session and attending this event to connect with the Cuban representation here and probably explore ways, okay, in which you can benefit from the Cuban experience and for them to benefit of your experience. I understand, I can see that there are people here from the EU, but there are also people from the US, from Brazil, from Australia, okay, from many places, yes. So from that point of view, even though we have been emphasizing the European Union through the collaboration of EFMD and FORGEC in the FORGEC project, okay, I'm sure that there are plenty of opportunities for the involvement of you all. I would like to thank you for this. The situation in Cuba, as has been conveyed through this presentation, I think that is extremely interesting for the Cubans themselves, of course, and for any external observer these days. I think that it is not only in Cuba, but if we analyze what is happening these days in Europe and in many other places, okay, I think that humanity is at a time in which it's searching for what's the right way to get to happiness, okay? This is happening everywhere. In Cuba too, okay? And I think that this is a wonderful opportunity for collaboration. I assume that they are more than willing to take your questions. I am conscious that most of them speak good English, but for some reason they decided to make the presentation in Spanish, okay? But if you have any questions, I'm sure they will be able to answer you. If you need me to introduce anyone to you later during the conference, please feel free to do so, or Christophe, or Josep Salleras, who is over there, he is the representative of ESADE, and Marta Busquets, okay, in the corner. You also were introduced to Francesca Amboriana, okay, the people that from EFMD and ESADE involved in the project. The rest, you know these three people. Can I ask the rest of the Cubans to raise your hand? Levantar la mano los cubanos? Okay, so you know who to contact, okay? Wonderful. Any questions? Okay.
In English. Are you open to any kind of student exchanges of your students coming, in my case, to the United States, or our students coming to your universities?
¿A cualquier tipo de intercambio con estudiantes en sus países?
Sí, sí, estamos abiertos a cualquier tipo de intercambio con estudiantes de su país.
Yes, we are open to any type of exchange, and as a matter of fact, you were saying that it has been done.
De hecho, hay ya programas de intercambio de estudiantes, que aquí hay un representante de la Universidad de La Habana, que tiene un amplio intercambio de estudiantes norteamericanos que vienen a Cuba, se llama Semestre en el Mar, que vienen y pasan un tiempo, unos días en Cuba, como parte de su formación docente. Pero además tenemos también intercambios de otro tipo, de universidades con universidades cubanas. Esperamos que con las medidas que se deben estar tomando, que estamos discutiendo, como todos conocen, en estos momentos, haya una apertura mayor para esos intercambios. Pero intercambio académico existe con Estados Unidos.
Yes, there is such thing, and there is a representative from the University of Havana over there that has precisely already done this type of exchange of students, and we are now even looking on to additional things that we can do, but again, this has already been done, yes.
Any other questions? Robina, yes.
So I guess following on from that, is there a good representation of instruction in English in the university courses.
Si hay una buena
Si hay una buena representación de estudios en inglés para que puedan ir estudiantes que no hablan español.
Yo le voy a dejar a la rectora o al rector, a uno de los dos rectores que tenemos aquí, que hable sobre el programa que tenemos de perfeccionamiento del idioma inglés en nuestro país.
Hay una experiencia, pero con Canadá, sobre todo quisiera que tenga.
One of the rectors will
Rector
answer
de la
this.
Universidad de Holguín.
Reinaldo de la iniciativa, de la Universidad de Cuba, en el oriente cubano. Bueno, el tema de la enseñanza del idioma, ¿no? Bueno, hay dos vertientes. Una tiene que ver con la formación, tanto en lengua materna como en lengua extranjera, de nuestros estudiantes, que les permite el intercambio en cualquier ámbito. Pero también tenemos un programa importante de intercambio con estudiantes de no hispanohablantes, que vienen a nuestro país y desarrollan estudios de diferentes tipos, tanto de pregrado como de posgrado, y esto es así en todas las universidades. Hay una forma de intercambio.
¿La traducción? Pobrecito.
No, pero
Estamos abusando de él.
So, first, there are two things here. First, in training languages in our own population of students, this is something that we do, of course. But secondly, there's also different exchange programs that we are now doing with non-Spanish-speaking students. Then this is done for all universities.
También hay una vía importante de intercambio con estudiantes extranjeros, no hispanohablantes, que van a Cuba a aprender a hablar español.
There is also a major line of non-Spanish speaking students that come to Cuba to learn Spanish as well.
Por ejemplo, en mi universidad, para localizar un poco, tenemos un intercambio importante con estudiantes canadienses que todos los años van y como parte de su formación reciben cursos en Cuba que contribuyen primero a conocer la cultura cubana, pero también a perfeccionar sus habilidades en idioma español.
So as an example, in his university there is an exchange program with Canadian students that year after year attend their university, of course first to know the Cuban history, but also of course to learn Spanish.
De todas maneras, todas las carreras tienen una estrategia de idioma inglés. Es decir, para la educación superior, para todos los estudiantes de todas las carreras existe la estrategia curricular de idioma inglés. De manera tal que incluso nosotros tenemos como objetivo que los estudiantes terminen comunicándose en el idioma. Por lo tanto, un intercambio con estudiantes de este idioma pues también nos enriquecería a nosotros esa estrategia. O sea que sí es posible. Hay muchos estudiantes nuestros que se comunican en el idioma inglés.
As a matter of fact, also all careers have this English strategy in that we want all our students to be able to communicate in English, and of course these type of exchanges would help us, would facilitate our students also being more proficient in English speaking.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Solo para complementar, en la Universidad de La Habana existe una facultad para no hispanohablantes que recibe muchos estudiantes del mundo entero que se forman tanto para pregrado como cursos cortos de grado.
So I would just like to add that at the University of La Habana we have a specific school for non-Spanish speaking students that are attending both in the pre-graduate courses and postgraduate courses.
Do those include business courses?
También incluyen cursos empresariales.
Hay también que participan en cursos empresariales. ¿Sí?
There are some, yes.
In English?
Yeah, en inglés, sí.
En
Bueno, en
inglés
inglés.
sí se organizan, nosotros recibimos estudiantes de maestría de la Universidad de Cranfield y se les imparten conferencias sobre temas cubanos y empresariales en inglés, en English.
Yes, we do have some courses for master's degrees, and people from Granville University, for instance. Granfield, ha dicho, ¿no? Granfield University. They come and attend some courses.
También agregar que, bueno, no lo comentamos porque estamos hablando de todos los estudiantes universitarios, pero existen facultades de lenguas extranjeras donde se dan diferentes idiomas, o sea, se gradúan los estudiantes de esos idiomas como intérpretes, traductores de diferentes idiomas, que incluye por supuesto el inglés, el francés, el ruso, el alemán.
La carrera de turismo.
Exactamente, en la carrera de turismo también hay una parte importante. O sea que sí tenemos además estudiantes que estudian esa carrera.
And of course, other than these, we also have language schools and courses for students that are training in other languages such as English to become either interpreters, translators, tourism operators.
Una última aclaración, una última acotación es que los profesores nuestros de inglés de las universidades reciben asesoría, reciben entrenamiento por parte del British Council, que tiene una colaboración muy estrecha, tiene su representación en La Habana, de a largos años de colaboración, y que cada año realiza un proceso de acreditación internacional con expertos que vienen de Londres para acreditar a nuestros profesores de inglés.
I would only like to add that our English teachers at university level, they are trained by the British Council through a long-standing program that we have that has been running for years. And year after year, there is an international accreditation done with teachers coming from London to accreditate our teachers.
I think that the focus of the question has been mainly in exploring student exchanges. I think that probably, I suggest from my knowledge of the situation in Cuba, that this may be also a good time for some of your researchers to start learning what's going on in Cuba at this time, okay? I think that this will create many opportunities for researchers from other places to learn and perhaps try to do joint research with the people from Cuba, okay, and strengthen the connections in international research, which will also be a benefit for them. I think there may be plenty of opportunities there. And in general, I think that we are at a time of opportunity, okay? So being present there for whatever reason is probably something that I would advise to many of you, okay? In the last few years, the last statistics I learned is that there are about 450,000 individuals in Cuba that have been undertaking an entrepreneurial activity of some kind on their own, okay? And that there are a flourishing number of cooperatives, okay, that are doing business basically on their own feet, okay? And I think that both of these issues provide plenty of opportunities for research that I would encourage you to explore, okay? If there are no other questions, thank you for your presence, okay, both to the Cuban side, okay, and to the non-Cuban side, okay? I hope that this is the same for us.